Guys, what is going on? Happy Friday to you. I was sitting here thinking of, what's a good video to post today, and started going through the old collection and came across a bunch of my old MJ cards and took me down memory lane. So thought, hey, what better way to close off the week than share a collection with you guys, show you what I've picked up over the years. As any kid that grew up in the '90s, I'm sure, unless you were a Pistons fan watching NBA on TV, everybody was an MJ fan, right? I mean, undoubtedly, no question about it, the greatest of all time. I don't want to hear anything else. So, share some of my collection with you. Go through the cards. I don't have anything that crazy, but some cool ones. Just kind of throw you back into the memories, and then also tell some stories because for those of you that know, or for those of you that don't know, I worked for the Charlotte Hornets for quite a while, and Michael Jordan was the owner. So had several interactions, run-ins, cool things to talk about. So we'll jump into it here, and ask if you have any questions. Feel free to put them in the chat below. I know, or in the comments below. I know people have asked me over time questions about what it was like working in sports for 10 years, and what all did you see? What was some of the behind the scenes stuff? And maybe one of these days I'll just compile all those questions and just do a video of that in general. Obviously, this is different from what we normally do, breaking boxes, but it's fun to switch it up. So first of all, I found my old watch, my old MJ watch. As like a third grader, I got this, and I thought that was the coolest thing. I was actually too nervous to wear it to school because I thought someone would steal it. And then found a good little throwback figurine of him as well. So that being said, we'll do a couple base cards. Just kind of go through them, talk a little bit, just in general. So yeah, I know there's a lot of stories out there about MJ. I think there's an entire website, based on Michael Jordan interactions, and I think there's two ways to look at it. If you're a guy that is as famous as MJ, you've probably got people coming up to you on the daily asking you for stuff, asking for autographs. You've got family or friends or people that want money. And I'm sure that's, gets pretty tiring over the, 30 or 40 last year. So, look at Rodman's hair. So yeah, I mean, some of the stories you hear definitely going to be true. I mean, I'm sure he loses patience and he gets, little frustrated. So that is one side of it. But you also have like the inner circle side, and if you get to know him or have I guess a reason of being around him, which is kind of funny to say. I mean, he's just a human just like you and I, but obviously he's a little bit more in demand. So over the course of those years with the Hornets, these were always, I think, little freebie cards that came in the packs. I think I had 20 or 30 of these, honestly. I worked with MJ. I worked with a lot of his family. His brothers were both executives or scouts over at the Hornets. He had a lot of extended family, goddaughter, his daughter. I think even I don't know if his daughter's husband, the guy that played was it Syracuse? He was around every once in a while, but. Yeah, a lot of people in the Jordan family were there, and I actually got to know his brother James Jordan very well. Super nice guy. Served in the military for 31 years. Transitioned over to the Hornets when MJ got there, and ran a pretty tight ship. But one of the nicest guys I think I met in that organization. I thought this was always a cool card. So. As far as how often was Michael around? How often were you seeing him? He would show up to maybe 10 games a year, sit courtside to some of those. Be up in his suite. It was cool if you ever went in his suite. All of the sides of the suite were lined with Jordans. So it had all of his shoes. Super cool thing to see. You could look in from across the other way and see into the suite. A lot of his high school or college teammates were actually part of the organization as well. So anywhere from executives up to the vice president for college friends, teammates, just friends in general. So inner circle, and actually that's where Charles Barkley and him had the falling out of Charles saying that he was something along the lines of running the organization into the ground because he was employing only his friends, and he did not take too kindly to that. So every year, Michael would host a Christmas party for us, which he would be there, the team would be there. We had performers like Nelly, T.I., Ludacris. Who else was 2 Chainz there one year, I think. And they would come and perform just for our organization. Have it at different locations like Topgolf, super cool. He would have cigars for everybody. He would give every employee a gift, so that was always very neat. And it treated us very well. I mean, we were one of the teams during COVID when everything shut down that we kept our jobs, weren't affected by it. There was teams that let their entire staff go, so very fortunate for that. And it was funny too because this one always threw me off because I always thought this was his rookie card. Every time I glanced at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got the rookie. And every single time I was disappointed that was not the case. You can see back here in 1996, my dad put a mark on this that it was $20. So I think we were 1 year off on this. Maybe was this year? Was this 88? And his rookie was what, 86 maybe? I think so. So still a cool card. Not quite the. This is definitely one that would be worth getting graded. I need to. We've actually never graded any of our own cards, and I know Papa Bear's does a ton of that. I need to get with him and ask him what the process is like for that. And this one was always neat too. It was funny because these cases were so popular back in the day. This one in '96 was worth $18. I'm sure it's gone up a little bit since then, but short print. Just cool cards in general that, base cards, but still neat. But yeah, and I don't even know what I was talking about. But anyways, a lot of cool experiences, interactions, working in sports. Yeah, my interactions with MJ were always quick and brief, but except for one time riding in the elevator with him and one other guy, I tried to insert myself into the conversation, and I did not get acknowledged, I will admit. But besides that, always brief, short, but nice. Treated us very well, and I think that it is a good idea for a follow-up video. That if you guys want to know what it was like working in baseball, in football, college sports, NBA, I did all of them. Let me know. Post some questions down there. I will compile them and do a video of answering everyone's, wondering what it's like or what's behind the scenes. And appreciate you guys, as always, tuning in. I enjoy doing these, and Autumn's not around today, so it's fun just to kind of talk on, anyways, personal stuff or just showing a collection that she's seen a million times. So check you guys out next time. Just disclosure, these are personal collection, not on the website. But if you know anything about these cards, let me know if you have any insight on them, if they're anything special here besides what I've looked up or found on them. Always interested to learn more, and talk to you guys later. Thanks.